Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another Best Boys production. This is Jeremy Klassen sitting here with Dave Swan,
Hello, hello.
and it's November 12th, day after
Yes,
Remembrance Day.
yes. What did you do for Remembrance Day? Sure.
Well, so our school has a ceremony on the Monday there, so we attended that, and so usually, and this is sort of the way my family works because the kids are mostly still in school or involved with school. We'll watch the ceremony from Ottawa.
From Ottawa?
Yeah. So that's what I do in the morning of Remembrance Day, and then in the afternoon on Remembrance Day. Oops, sorry, everybody. I What did I do? I did a lot of welding yesterday.
Oh, okay. In
In,
remembrance
in
of our
remembrance,
fallen
yeah.
soldiers. Did you weld a cross like a?
No, I wish I
That
could
would be
say I
that
was
would
doing
be
it.
pretty cool.
I will do that. Actually,
Yeah.
I have a plan to make a cross. But no, yesterday was
Some
just
people
about making metals.
might not know what you're into. Tell us about your hobby.
Oh, yeah. A couple years ago, I bought a forge. Not too long ago, I bought a
And
welder. I do metal work.
sorry for dummies like me. What is a forge?
So it's basically what it is it's a big cylinder, kind of sits on its side. It's open on the two ends, and it's just got some propane intake there, and I just turn it on and I heat up metal so that I can hit it with a hammer on an anvil.
So it's just a big heater for
Basically, that's
metal.
all it is. Makes
That's
it
all it is.
really hot.
Nice.
Yeah, but I tell you what, it's cathartic. You hit the metal. Um,
That was Jeremy's nickname in college, by the way. Really hot.
yeah, if only. No, it wasn't. It was math support.
Which some nerds find that really hot. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
well, yeah. I'm a nerd. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Sorry, so you heat up the metal and then you bang it, shape it, form
Yep,
it, just
yep.
like the old school. Like what do you call those guys?
Blacksmiths.
Blacksmiths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, I really enjoy it, and I've had like several moments to really kind of sit and think about forging and metal and that sort of thing. And you know how in the Bible, that kind of imagery is used a fair bit.
Yep.
Um,
Refined and by the fire.
yep, yep. And I can tell you right now, as someone now, granted, I am an amateur. Like
Okay.
I am not a professional at this at all. But I'm getting better. But I can tell you this right now: when you're working with a piece of metal, a hot piece of metal on the forge, it has your attention.
Oh, I bet.
It encompasses your attention. So
Mistakes have consequences. I
yeah,
bet.
and
Yeah.
so if to extend that analogy, that Christian analogy, if you feel that you are on the forge and that God is working on your life right now, and it's tough. Bear in mind, you have his full attention.
Right.
Like his mind is on you, so it's not a bad place to be. It sucks, but it's a good place to be.
How many? Is there a subculture there that people that do that? Like, do you know others that are doing this?
I work with another guy that does this, and he makes some really cool knives and stuff like that. I'm not making. I know.
Cool. You
Yeah,
make flowers.
I
That
make
guy makes
flowers.
knives. He's
Shoot.
cooler. I'm gonna start a new podcast with this guy.
Thanks, Dave. I still appreciate that. So yeah, we've established that I'm a nerd, and that even in the blacksmithing community, I'm a nerd.
In your desperate attempt to get out of the nerd
Oh,
label.
yeah. Every time I think I have a man card in my hand, someone takes it away.
I rip that thing out of his hand. Make sure he knows where he belongs. You're a math major. You always will be.
And that comes with consequences. Uh,
But
okay.
that is a really cool, like of all the like hobbies. Well, I'm trying to think what I do in my spare time for my hobbies.
Yeah, what do you do?
Like
Because Dave, you want to tell everybody your work schedule is a little messed up.
it's bananas. I've been on night shift for 8 years, and I do
Yeah.
not recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Night shift will mess you up physically, mentally, relationally, emotionally, everything. It's
Yeah.
just some people adopt to it, but not me. If I could sleep during the day for 8 hours, I'd be fine. But
Well, and then not only that, but Dave, you should tell everybody your son is an exceptionally gifted soccer player.
yep,
And so I mean a lot of your time outside of work. I know that you're
Oh,
kind of following him around and
there's pros and cons to that kind of a lifestyle. The pros are you just make yourself available for anything because
yeah,
everyone sleeps at night and that's when you work, so
yeah,
you potentially you don't miss anything. You don't miss out on anything.
yeah,
But the consequence is, okay, I go to his game, but I'm going to be so tired tonight when I
yeah,
work. And there's been so many shifts where I say, oh, if I can just get through the next 8 hours, then I
yeah,
can sleep. And
yeah,
it's a tough life. But you know what? I always say I'm grateful to have a job because I know there's lots of people out there that don't willing to work, but they just can't find any.
yeah.
And
That's
so,
true.
and I was also going to say your what do you call it? Your banging of metal things,
The forging, yep, yep.
forging, that'll be replaced by AI. You just wait. all art will
All
be
art will be,
all
yeah,
art will
yeah,
be replaced by AI. But
yeah.
then no, but in all seriousness, that is something that is interesting to think about. That will never be replaced by AI. I don't think. I don't think AI will replace creative human creativity. Will it?
Oh, that's a good question because and I've had this discussion with a guy that I work with, because AI is producing art, right? And it's
But is it?
some of it's quite
But
spectacular.
where is it? Where is it coming from? Like is a robot creative? Does he have his own ideas that
Well,
he's presenting forward?
that's now starting to become like we said no ages ago, right?
Yeah.
Now that's starting to be like the question, like, well, like where is this coming from?
Yeah.
And
Where's the
and
creativity
and
coming from?
like let's say that you give the computer the prompt for let's say an image of some sort, and it produces this beautiful image in moments. Um, who does it belong to? Like who's the source of it? Are you the source because you gave it the prompt? Is it the programmers of the AI that are ultimately responsible for what you're seeing? Like
Like
it's a weird question.
when I think of somebody who does let's say does a beautiful painting of a beach scene.
Yeah.
I think that artist, the reason he drew that picture or that painting of a beach scene is because he had an experience. He was at a beach in Hawaii and he saw this beautiful landscape. He thought, "Oh, this is such a powerful one. I want to capture it." That was a human experience he had.
Hmm.
I don't think can a robot have that experience. Can a robot look at different things and say, "Oh, this moved me. I'm going to do
Well,
something about that."
well, no. I suspect what it does is it looks at images online and takes a look at people's responses and then just uses a probability, you know,
Yeah. What's going to
counter
be
there,
have
and
more?
then
Yeah.
yeah, and then throws it in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool tool though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the last person to give you a lecture about AI, but I'm just very curious about all these things about it.
Dave, for all we know, for all the people that anybody listens to us to know, we are AI.
I'm a robot. Jeremy, shh, don't lie. Why
I
would you say that? Shh.
well, there was a program, and I wish I could remember what it's called because it was just like within the last year that I used it, but out of curiosity because I someone had told me I think it's like Notebook, something like that, and I think it had the word notebook in it. Um, but I asked it to go look at the curriculum that I teach from, and come up with a little podcast on quadratics. And then I let it go, and then like a minute or so later, it spits out this 10, 15 minute podcast with a guy and a girl talking, and they're making jokes and they're laughing and whatnot, and it sounds like two people talking,
Oh,
like it
that's funny.
sounds real. Um, it was unbelievable. Now, granted, the information that it shared was pretty vague.
Okay.
Um, it didn't kind of address the ins and outs. It really kind of covered the curriculum in kind of a vague, vacuous kind of a way. You weren't really going to get a lot out of it, but I bet you if I had changed my prompt a little bit, that and asked it to get more specific, it had done a really neat job. Like I was floored
Oh,
that it wasn't two people talking.
yeah, yeah. And I know my wife, she's a teacher as well. She teaches grade 3, and she says that she uses Chat GPT for her class lessons,
Oh
like to
yeah,
help create your lessons.
yeah.
I'm sure you probably do a little bit of that too,
I've
right?
used ChatGPT to create quizzes and stuff.
Right.
And they're not great, but like it's a tremendous starting point. Like it's
Does it save you time?
oh my
Yeah,
gosh, you
yeah.
because all I'm doing now is tweaking it. Right. So that's an unbelievable. So it's amazing. It's not perfect, but it's getting better.
So getting back to the AI thing, you're a grade 12 math teacher.
Yep.
Um, what do you tell your students about like do you give them any advice for AI? Like in the future AI is going to replace certain things. What advice do you give to your teacher as math students? Like say, hey, you should go into this area, or
Oh,
this is an area you don't bother going into this field because it's just going to be replaced by AI.
oh well, I don't. We don't.
Anything like that?
I don't really do that in my class. I kind of leave that for our counselors to talk to these kids about
Okay.
because they're pulling in people and they would know way better than I do.
What would you say if a kid came up to you and said, Mr. Klassen, what should I do?
Oh, well,
Or
okay.
what should I not do? Or what should I not do? What should I not
Oh,
do?
well, I always encourage them to move away from the biological sciences. Sorry, I know that came out of left field, but
Wait,
yeah,
what?
yeah, I know, because they're always so many of them are always like going to go into medicine, and I just want to be a jerk.
Okay.
I just want to
I'm
stomp
like,
on
where's the thinking there? I don't
stomp
get
on their little dreams for a second there. Oh no, don't do that. But no, actually, right now, if a kid legitimately came up to me and says like I'm completely lost and I don't know what to do, I'd probably direct them toward the trades.
it. Yeah, 100%.
Particularly around here where we're living, you can't go wrong. My nephew is has gone into plumbing, and he loves it.
Yeah.
And he loves it. He's got a great job. He's doing really well for himself, and he's just happy, just very happy with his job. So what
The
a
thing you
great
can
job.
do with that is trades. You can go like for a 2 year, get your
Yep,
red card or whatever they call it,
yep,
and get certified.
yep.
Work for about 5 years. Start your own company
Yeah,
after 5 years.
and that
And
is
like you're instantly making tons of
yeah,
money.
yeah, that's kind of his plan.
It's great. I
Yeah,
mean, as opposed to someone who goes through like I did and you did 4 years of university,
yeah,
racked up a bunch of debt.
yeah,
You actually did something with your degree. I did nothing with my
yeah,
degree. I was a human kinetics degree. I did nothing with it. So that 4 years was good experience, lots of fun, great friends. Yeah, it made friendships like we have right
yeah,
here.
yeah,
But as far as like, I spent the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 years paying off that debt
yeah.
and then getting nothing really out of it. There's a huge argument to be made about that. I think trades 2 years, boom, done.
Yeah.
You're making money right off the bat. You go into business, do your BA in business. Takes you 4 years. You're in huge debt, and then you got to work your way into
Yeah.
the business community. And yeah,
No,
there's
that's fair. I mean, I don't want to downplay the value of a university education. Uh, even some of the more abstract stuff, some of the stuff that like had no like okay, for example, I took a course on hermeneutics at Trinity.
yeah,
So on reading the Bible, right, and whatnot.
yeah,
It was amazing.
yeah,
Just for personal growth, right? Like
yeah.
it was. I mean, I'm not using it at all in my like work life,
Was it a
but it was
requirement,
I don't
or
even
was it
remember if
an
it was a
elective?
requirement or not, but I think it was an elective. But it was a great course.
Yeah, yeah,
I took lots of courses in philosophy and like not they were particularly useful. They were really interesting. I took one in oh shoot, it was in the classics, Greek mythology and whatnot. It was just fun. It was just
Did you ever have a
exploring
prof
stuff.
named Chamberlain, Paul Chamberlain? Do you
Oh,
remember
I
him?
remember. I remember Mr. Chamberlain. I
Oh,
don't,
he
or
was good.
yeah, I don't know if I ever had him as a professor, but I know who you're talking
I
about.
I took. I'm not a philosopher at all, but I took intro to
Oh, I
philosophy
did.
because of him.
Yes. Actually,
He
you know
was
what?
so good, man.
He
I love
gave
that
me a C on a paper once.
guy.
I was devastated.
Jeremy got
I
a C.
all of a sudden I'm having flashbacks. Someone's gonna have to drive me home. I got
Wait, is this the same guy,
PTSD.
Paul Chamberlain?
Yes, yes. Now all of a sudden, like it snapped, crystal clear. Yes,
What class?
it was Intro to Philosophy.
No way.
Oh, and actually, my gosh, I can't believe I said I didn't know. I reference his class a lot in my class when I teach.
How so?
Well, because I tell kids, because in that class, in the back of the class, there was all these guys who were saying, Dr. Chamberlain, but what is truth?
Oh, brother.
And he would look at them and say, well, you know what, truth, something that's true
Yeah,
is a verifiable fact.
yeah.
And they'd be like, oh no, 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 sir. What is truth?
Oh, brother.
And he would just roll his eyes
Yeah.
as if dropping an octave. Oh, you mean truth, not truth. Oh, that's totally different. No, he just rolled his eyes, and all these guys did was
Oh, that's funny.
sound like idiots in the back of the classroom. They were just trying to
Yeah.
derail the class.
Oh, totally.
But he handled it quite well. But it was annoying.
Yeah, he was by hands down one of my favorite profs
Oh
there.
yeah,
He was just a good guy too. Oh, you know what? Here's why I really liked him. There's nothing to do with school, nothing to do with his teaching.
yeah.
I was on campus once in the summertime when there was in the summer they have different conferences and stuff,
Oh yeah,
whatever in the
yeah.
summer, but not classes. And I don't know why I was there, but I just looked across campus and I saw him and what was obviously his son, like maybe a I don't know 6, 7, 8 year old kid.
Yeah.
They were running across campus from one building to another, just kind of not just kind of jogging together.
Yeah.
And they stopped halfway in the middle. He looked at him, they said something, and he got down on his knees and he gave him a hug. And I
Oh,
was just like, I don't know
that's
what they
cool.
said. I don't know what was going on, but that is awesome.
That's cool.
And then they got up and they started running again. I
That's
was
cool.
like, this guy's my hero. I love this
That's
guy.
cool.
Yeah, he was a good man. And he gave out a lot of C's to smart people. So
Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Was a nice try to rescue, but no, that was yeah.
I should say in my defense, so it sounds like I'm against university education. There was guys that I went to school with that took their human kinetics education and went on to do
Yeah.
great things, like do like in that field. I'm thinking of Jeff and Tim and those guys that are athletic
Yeah.
directors now.
But like just persevering through a 4-year degree, that says
Yeah.
something about you. It's
100%.
like
Yeah.
it's a good thing. Now, granted though, I know that was an issue for me and a lot of people that I graduated with was, you know, are we using this? Did this lead to anything? But and you're right. Fortunately for me, it did. But I knew a lot of people that no, they ended up doing something completely different, right? So
What if you had to throw a percentage on that? What percentage of your grad class do you think use their degree in the field that they're in?
I would, ugh. If I had to throw a number at it, I would like, and I can't be very precise here, but I would think it'd be less than 50.
I want exact precision.
Yeah,
Please.
well,
50? You don't know, honestly. You think about 50?
I would no, I would think it would be less than 50.
Oh, less than 50. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think, yeah. Trying to think of how many people I know that act like specifically went in a different direction.
Yeah. Well, because you come out of university, you usually take whatever job you can get to start off with,
Yeah.
and that's what determines the path that you follow.
Do you know how I started when I graduated Trinity? We were actually living together.
Yes,
when
we were.
graduated. Yeah, in the penny house.
In the penny house.
Penny
Yep.
house, yeah.
It's the penny house, everybody, because that was the phone number. It turned out.
Is that what it was?
It was.
Oh,
It was
okay.
blah blah blah
get-
PENY.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
right,
penny
okay.
house. Yep.
And I remember calling my friend Paul, and I wanted to hang out with him. And I called his parents. He's still living with his parents. We just graduated. And his mom said, "Oh no, Paul's in Spain." I'm like, "What the heck is he
yeah.
doing in Spain?" He goes, "He's working." I'm like, "He's working in Spain?" She goes, "Yeah, he works for this company that makes playgrounds, and they sent him to Spain." I'm like, "What's the name of the playground company?"
Yeah.
And they told me, and I went and I looked it
Yeah.
up, and I called them up. I said, "Hey, are you guys looking for workers?" And I hadn't even talked to Paul because he was in Spain.
Yeah.
And I said, I got a buddy here who works here named Paul. And the guy, the owner, says, "Yeah, come on down. I'll interview you." And I walked in, and I was like jacked in. I was like in really good shape.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Big, muscular guy. And as soon as he saw me, he's like, "Yep, you're hired." Like, it was the shortest interview ever. He just needed strong guys to
Yeah.
build these playgrounds.
I was right behind Dave, and he looked at me and went, "Next."
But my first day, he goes, "Okay, you can start Monday. Here's a plane ticket to Edmonton," because this company was in BC.
Yeah.
Plane ticket to Edmonton. Here's your check for $400 for living expenses. We're gonna have
Wow.
you build the playground in West Edmonton Mall.
Yeah, I remember that. Dave went all over the world with that company.
Yes.
Unbelievable. While Dave was doing that, I believe I was working for a landscaper picking weeds.
No, weren't you at what's that chicken place? Lilydale's?
Oh, I was at a meatpacking plant for two
That's what
weeks.
it was. Meatpacking.
Yeah.
I hated it.
No, I did not like that job. I decided to quit when I was one day, my last day, I was on my hands and knees cleaning up blood off the floor, and I thought, you know what, I can't.
I'm better
done.
than this.
Well, it's not that I'm better than this. Like I'm gonna throw up. Like I cannot stand this. It's just not meant for everybody.
I remember you saying after working there, he goes, "I will never eat another hamburger in my life."
And that didn't last.
That didn't last long. Yeah, no, it never does. That's like the hungover guy in the toilet. "I'm never going to drink again."
And there we go.
And the next night, which neither of us would know about.
No, actually, no, I wouldn't. Although I have eaten food that I shouldn't have and had that
Oh.
experience.
What do you mean?
I've had food poisoning a few times.
Oh.
I don't know why we're on this topic now, but I worked at a Sylvan Learning Center once. This is while I was doing my ed degree, and I I ate a pizza at the university cafeteria, and it had been sitting in there clearly for a lot longer than it should have.
Hmm.
Anyway, so fast forward to the end of that night, I am working with students, and all of a sudden it hits me like a wave, and I look up and I look at my boss and I go, I gotta go home now. And I mean, they frantically kind of figured out what was going on. I got in my car and I hoofed it. And I remember driving along this section of road, and there's nothing I could do. I just rolled down the window while I was driving
While
on the
you were
road.
driving? While you were driving?
While I was driving, I can't imagine what it looked like for the guy behind me.
Oh, that would be
It was
hilarious. I
terrible.
wish they had dash cams back then.
Oh, it was so bad. But then, I was like, oh, I feel much better now. Thank you.
I remember my sister telling me once she was at the lineup to a border to go across, and the huge lineup of cars, and she was same thing. She was feeling just sick, and it got to the point where she opened up her door and just puked out the side, which is gross enough.
Yeah.
But then she was driving and she saw all the cars behind her as they inched forward. They would go around the puke. Every car went around the puke.
Yeah. Well, you get to a point where, like, even if you're like a dozen cars, I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh, follow the group. Yeah. They know something you don't know.
That's right. Well, that seems like the perfect place to stop our podcast, Jeremy.
Oh, no.
The puke story.
The puke story. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That
We
was-
learned a lot today about
Yeah,
Jeremy and
that was
his
fun.
hobbies and
Yeah, that was
cool.
that was a little me-centric today. That
what.
was weird.
Just before we go, what's the latest thing you've made in your?
Well, like I said yesterday, I made a bunch of tools that I can use for other stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the neat things about this is you make, like, to do the next thing. I make the tool that I need to get there. So I made myself, for
Interesting.
example, a pair of tongs the other day.
Okay.
They're not pretty. They are ugly, but
Functional.
they work.
They're functional. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, thanks, Jer.
well, thank you.
This has been a Best Boys production.
The reason why there's a pause here is because I can't quite get the computer to turn off. Bye, everybody. We love you. Bye.
Bye.